Straight to
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of The Perspective. Today we have Courtney Williams, who is here with us to discuss postpartum and a little bit of anxiety that she experienced after having her second daughter. And we just want to welcome her with a warm welcome to let her know that we're excited to hear her story, how she overcame it and how she came through it and how she's raising her beautiful daughters now. Courtney, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
I'm excited to have you here. It's so good to have you here. And so what we'll start with is just tell us a little bit about yourself and tell us so they can get to know who you are, and then tell us about having baby girl and a little bit about the postpartum.
Okay, so I'm Courtney Williams, and I was a single mom of one before getting married. And after getting married, we welcomed our newest addition, my baby girl Channing, and she was my second daughter.
Yeah.
So I thought, I've done this already. This is my second time. It should be real smooth and easy. But I was really shocked at how hard the first probably 3 months were. I just felt a sense of being overwhelmed. Pretty much all day for about 2 to 3 months, I would say, in the beginning.
Okay.
I had her in April, so my 5-year-old got out of school in May, and I took her out of daycare and I kept her home with me. And I think trying to juggle the newborn and then the 5-year-old, it was just a lot. And I started to ask myself, like, am I dealing with postpartum?
Yeah.
Because just throughout the day, I would just feel like so overwhelmed and like telling myself, this is not fun.
Right.
Yeah, so I started to question, am I dealing with postpartum? I never was clinically diagnosed with it, but I wouldn't be surprised if I did suffer from it in the beginning.
Yeah, so you talked about taking your daughter out of, she got out of school, you took her out of daycare for the summer, trying to make a little easier transition with a new baby in the house, and, marriage and all these different things coming about. Talk to us about when you felt the postpartum, like, how did you feel as a mom? What did that make you feel like as a mom?
It definitely made me second guess myself as a mom, because like I said, I thought, hey, I've done it once, and I have help this time, I have my husband, it should be a breeze. So when I saw how difficult it was, it made me second guess myself, like, am I cut out for this?
Yeah.
Like I said, I would have thoughts like, this is not fun, I don't know who said this was fun, but this is it's tough. It's really, really hard. And even with my oldest one, my 5-year-old, I felt a lot of mom guilt because babies require so much attention.
True.
So I felt like a lot of my attention was going towards the baby.
Yeah.
And then with my 5-year-old being home all day, I'm like, I hate to like push her off on her iPad because I'm tired or I'm having to tend to the baby. So I decided to put her in swimming lessons just to get her out of the house at least for an hour or two each day.
Yeah.
And I guess I just wasn't thinking. My thought process was, let me sign her up Monday through Friday so that way she can have something to do every day. But that was a little bit much on me. I would have to get up, get myself ready, get the baby ready. My husband would be at work, so I'd have to pack the baby's bag. And at this time, the baby was just maybe like 7 weeks old, and take my 5-year-old to swim lessons every day. And it was just tough. And I felt like that mom guilt and that pressure I put on myself kind of played a part in me making that decision. So it was rough.
It was rough.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit to the moms that are out there that may be dealing with mom guilt, and what would you say would be a help to them to overcome that?
Just don't put a lot of pressure on yourself. This is like social media days where people have just a highlight reel and everything looks perfect. You see all these perfect moms out there that allow you to put all this pressure on yourself. But I would say just take that pressure off and just do what you can. Do the best that you can and know, that you are doing the best that you can.
Perfect. So did you discuss maybe feeling a little bit of postpartum with your husband? And then tell us a little bit about how he helped in the process of you talking to him about that.
I definitely did. I mentioned that quite a bit, and I think men sometimes they don't quite understand it
Yeah.
because they're just like, what is that? Why? And so I would tell them, like, I need help. I may be dealing with postpartum. I know it's like something that you can't see or can't understand, but you just have to take what I'm telling you and help
Right.
me in the areas that I'm telling you I need help. So I think after a while, he finally got it, and he
Yeah.
really started to, contribute to the workload that I had.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. So, to all parents, just know that there's really an opportunity for all of us to grow.
Right.
As a mom myself, I have a 16-year-old son. There's an opportunity for you to grow in every area, every stage that your child may go through, or every stage that you may go through, that there's an opportunity for growth to see yourself, even if, let's say, it is postpartum, or let's say it is anxiety, a little bit of whatever it is that you're dealing with. Let's just say, take it step by step, day by day, and each time you move forward, applaud yourself. Don't just say, okay, today I did it and I smiled throughout the day. That's something to applaud yourself and say, I made it through this day with a smile. That's a big accomplishment, because we both know with postpartum or anxiety, it's hard to smile.
Right.
Would you say?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. And I feel like a lot of women can put on a fake smile, but one thing I would like to say as well is just be transparent
Yeah,
and,
that's good.
confide in your girlfriends or your mom or whoever it is. Don't try and hold it in and
Yeah.
portray this perfect Patty. I had a close friend of mine tell me or mention once, he said, you must have a lot of moms jealous of you because you have it all together with you and your girls. And I was like, I hope I don't ever give that vibe off, because I definitely do not have it all together. We all struggle. Motherhood is tough. It's so rewarding, but it's definitely tough. And especially in those early stages, newborns are just so demanding.
Yep.
So I would just say be transparent, be open, talk to whoever you need to, confide to whoever you need to, and I think that helps a lot as well.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. So talking it out, confiding in other people, and being transparent. I think that's one of the
Right.
biggest things that we can do in the social media age. Is not
Right.
pretend that we have it all together all the time, because the reality is nobody does.
Right.
Nobody has it together all the time, no matter what picture they post, no matter what little ad lib they write. Nobody has it together all the time, but there are moments when we have it together.
Right.
Like today.
Right.
Today I didn't have it together this morning, but we have it together now. And so I was very transparent, I think, with you when you got here, like, hey, I was running late. This happened that. But in that moment, it allowed me to be free from, okay, I ran late today.
Right.
It happens to people in general. And so whether, like we said earlier, it's postpartum anxiety or just the mom guilt of feeling like, with one child you were able to do so much, and then with the next child, don't worry, Channing's here with us, so we're going to show her later. But with the next child, that you're not able to give as much or to give so much attention to the first child. Just know that being the best parent that you can be it's really the best thing that you can do for your child.
Right.
And so, any last words that you want to say, maybe just to moms? I know you told them to be transparent and be open and confide in other people, but let's say they are feeling a little bit of postpartum and they're not sure. What would you suggest that they do to kind of overcome it? Let's say they don't have a husband to talk to about it, and it's just them and the child. What would you say that they should do at that point?
I would definitely say talk to your doctor for sure, because there's a lot of women who deal with it, behind closed doors, who deal with it in silence. Like I said earlier, they try and portray, that everything's okay with, deep within they're crumbling. They feel like they're about to break, and I totally understand that feeling. And so I would definitely say talk to your doctor, because you see a lot of stories where all the friends and family are like, we thought everything was okay.
Yeah.
We didn't see this coming,
Yeah.
And I would also say to the person who's on the other side, maybe it's not the mom, but just be very understanding
That's
and
good.
be very open. Even if you don't quite get it or you can't see it or they look like they have it all together, make sure you're asking moms, are you okay? Do you need help? How's everything going? Just check in on them, because it is a lot.
That's good. That's good. So as she stated, just make sure that if you're not the mom and you're the person on the outside looking in, if mom says everything's okay, maybe ask the question, how are things really? Like, what are you really dealing with? What are you really facing? Are you sad today? Are you happy today? Is there anything I can do? Nobody knows, but maybe washing a load of clothes could take the worry from mom that day, or coming over and washing a sink of dishes.
Yeah.
You know, could take the load off of mom
Seriously.
that day.
Yeah.
It's the simple things that we have to do every day or need to do that people don't think about that moms
Right.
need help with. So if you're available, reach out to people who have babies, and maybe they're single moms, or maybe they have a husband that works a lot, or
Yeah.
whatever the situation or the case is. Reach out. Reach out to them and let them know that you're available, even if it's an hour of your day, every few weeks, or whatever you have available. Just be there for them, and let them know that they're not alone in their journey of anxiety, postpartum, depression, whatever they're dealing with, that there are people who care and that they're available to give some assistance. So we wanted to say thank you to Courtney for joining us today on
You're
this
so
episode
welcome.
of The Perspective, letting us know her journey, and being transparent and being open about the challenges that moms face after maybe having one baby, two babies, even with the husband.
Right.
It was still challenging,
It was
you know,
tough. Yeah,
to
it
get it
was
all
tough.
done. And so now we just want to introduce Channing to you guys. She's been in the background being the best, I mean the best baby. We heard one little ant, and she is A-okay.
And thank you so much for letting me bring her.
Yes, I told her, you know, hey, it's family. We're all family, and so we're excited just to have everybody here. She wants her cutie. Okay, I was like, I think she likes Erica, but she wants her cutie too. So this is Channing, everybody.
Say hello.
And tell everybody, hey, Channing.
Say hi.
You've already made your debut on Mom's Instagram page,
Yes.
but we're getting you ready for the big screens.
Say hello.
You ready?
Yes, she was.
So thank you again, guys, for tuning in for this episode of The Perspective. We hope that we've said something to encourage you, to inspire you, to just look outside of yourself, to look for the help that you need and the help that you want. Blessings.